What is up, all you savages? Welcome back to the channel. As always, we bring you Savage New Edge. She was Savage Devout, but she's Savage New Edge now because she's just a new edge. No motor yet, but she's a new edge. But as you guys can see in my lovely background here, we got a box. Okay guys, so we got more goodies for the car. We're actually gonna go into doing some stuff today, working into maybe tomorrow. So as we have here a lovely LMR box. So let's see what's in the box really quick. Okay guys, so I already kind of went over ripping the box open super quick. Let's not get my info on anything here because I don't need the world to know where my stuff is. But so right here we got, well, this box looks very familiar. Another hood strut kit. So after I saw how nicely those hood struts worked on Brian's Mach 1, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna get another kit and we're gonna put them on the car. So whether it's in this part of the video today or tomorrow, but we're gonna get them on. And this box right here is, oh, if I can open it, let's just pull it out. Just hang on, we're gonna do this. Yeah. Any writing on it? No? They don't give away their secrets? Oh, here we are. We have a UPR Mustang battery relocation kit. So for those of you who don't know, because nobody really knows, I already started doing a wire tuck. We're gonna have to pull this fender back off so I can show you guys where we're at, but we now have a battery box that we're going to mount in the back of the car and start running the cables to the front. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do all that and do the cleanest wire tuck at all possible. I've seen some other videos online and my God, I'm sorry. Some of those guys that have some really nice show cars do some really janky stuff. So we're going to show you guys how to do this clean and nice. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, we're going to start the video off by giving Savage a bath. She has been sitting. She has been getting extremely dirty. And we also got some degreaser in the truck. We're gonna pop the hood. We're gonna start really cleaning up the engine bay, and yeah, we're gonna start doing some work today, guys and gals. So stay tuned, and we'll get with you in a minute. Okay, everybody. So we got Savage moved over. I got a bucket, some car wash stuff. We're gonna give her a quick spray down, clean her up. And golly, I just wanted to take a quick second to say, wow. I have neglected really looking at this car for a while. Between the bumper and, oh my goodness. I really need to get to work on this thing, guys. I really do. I mean, you guys can already see it coming together. She is gonna be wild. So, got a bucket, car wash stuff, and we're gonna start washing. Now we got the car hosed off, cleaned up a little bit, and didn't really help a whole lot. This thing got pretty cooked for being outside in the sun, so that kind of sucks. But we're moving into phase 2. We got some engine degreaser. We're gonna pop the hood and start cleaning up this engine bay. Okay guys, so we got the hood popped, and just as I expected, this engine bay is dirty, really dirty. And as you guys can see, there's some things missing here. All the wiring I kind of did off camera. I'm going to show you guys how I did it here in a little bit when we get into wiring up how we're going to run the cable for the battery box. But everything's now tucked in the fender. I'm going to show you guys how I did that in a little bit. But what I want to do right now is I want to degrease the crap out of this engine bay. I'm not really worried about anything exposed because this is all going to get switched over to manual brakes and manual steering, as well as those are just AC and heater lines, so I don't really care if water gets into those. We're not reusing the AC. However, when we do get the new engine platform in, we will be reusing the heater core. It's okay if a little bit of water gets in there. And then the fuel lines over there, that also isn't a too crazy big of a deal because we're going to be doing an entirely new fuel system for the car. And then that electrical plug over there, it's okay if it gets wet because there's no power connected to the car right now, and whatever water gets in there, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, that'll cause corrosion. I'm not too worried because we're not really using anything existing off of the stock harness to the best of my knowledge at this point in time. And if it does get wet by the time we finally get to that, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be an issue at that point in time. So with that being said, we are going to get into degreasing and hosing this girl out. Okay guys, now we got this cleaned up pretty good. There's still a lot of little things I need to work on. I'm gonna start really cleaning this thing up here in a little bit and probably start ripping all these old tabs and breaking all this stuff out. Just getting rid of all these brackets and stuff that aren't needed in here so we can do nice clean shaved engine bay later on. One thing that sucks, I had to rip out the Cobra lining from the hood because it was really nasty and greasy, and I was having a hard time getting all the grease out of it, and I wound up ripping it out and it was just really greasy and nasty. So kind of sucks I had to get rid of it. It would have been really hard to clean up, but now at least I know what I have for hood clearance when I close this hood for in the future. And if we do a respray on the car and do a complete color change, we could do a nice good color change under the hood as well to match the engine bay and stuff. But moving on, what I think I'm going to do next is we're going to go over how to install that hood strut kit. Should be pretty simple, and I'm probably just going to work on cleaning up the rest of the engine bay today, and then we'll pick it up from there and see where things go. So sit tight, we'll go ahead and grab that hood strut kit. Okay guys, bear with me, the wind's starting to pick up out here, and unfortunately with my luck I don't have a shop or a garage to work on this thing in right now, so we're just gonna have to work around the wind. But this is the MRT hood strut kit off of LMR, my second kit now because my first kit wound up going on Brian's car. He got it off me, and I really like the way how this kit looked and worked on his car, so we're gonna go ahead and get it put on this thing. So starting off, we got our hood mounting brackets, so we don't have to drill the hood. We got the gas shocks, and then the tabs that just bolt on the fenders. And this should be a pretty easy installation kit. I'm gonna look into what tools we need right now and get started on this. All right. Okay guys, so kit doesn't come with instructions, but it looks pretty self-explanatory. It looks like all you really need is this here, what is this, 10mm socket. Hope I don't lose it. Just need it. We're gonna undo no, these are actually different. No, I think these are 8s, but we need the 10 to undo the hood bolts so we can mount these brackets, and then we'll need I believe a 9 or an 8 to undo this one right here, for this bracket. And yeah, this should be pretty simple. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the phone up on the tripod and see if we can figure this out. Okay guys, so I got a camera angle going here, and big block Chevys revving up in the background. But other than big block Chevys revving up in the background, so we're gonna start by installing this bracket with this 10mm socket that I haven't lost yet, so we're doing good. So we're gonna start by undoing these guys right here. Now again, like I said, this kit did not come with an instruction manual, so we're gonna wing it. Brian said it was pretty easy. Apparently he had some sort of an issue with the Mach 1 putting him on. I think he was just being a little wiener, because it looks like a pretty straightforward kit. Let's see here. So we got this one all the way off, and I just loosened this one, guys. Maybe we'll loosen it just a little more, because the goal is, it looks like this one just slides right there like so, in between the bolt and the bracket. If it will slide, there it goes, it slid. We'll get this one lined up, and that's pretty much on. So I can go ahead and tighten these up now. Pretty easy so far. Take our 10mm, tighten this up. Now when I'm doing hoods, guys, I don't like to put extreme torque and crank. I just like to tighten them until they start to get snug, and I stop, because you got to keep in mind we're working on the fiberglass hood, and it's very easy to break hardware in fiberglass. So you always want to kind of feel that detent on the wrench. Once it starts getting hard to where it's starting to get snug, that's when you want to start telling yourself, okay, it's time to stop now so we don't break shit. So now that we got that on, we got this bracket right here. Looks like it's just gonna go somewhere like that. That looks like it would make sense. So we're gonna find another socket that's gonna fit this. Which is this one right here. We got a, sorry about the wind noise, guys. The wind's picking up. Good old animal fella, gotta love it. Got an 8mm, so I was right there on the 8mm. So I'm gonna put the 10mm back on this so I don't lose it. There we go. So I'm gonna loosen this bolt right here on the fender, this 8mm. Simple. And then I think it goes this way. Don't. Maybe this way. Yeah, I think that makes more sense to go this way. So this little bracket that you see right here, you want to make sure that the flat end is up against the inside of the fender. That would make sense to me. As I bang my wrench into everything that I could possibly put a scratch in. Good thing I don't care too much about the shitty paint job, because I'm planning on getting the car painted eventually. Okay, well that was pretty easy so far. We got this bracket bolted on, we got this bracket bolted on. Now let's see how easy this thing just clips on. Okay, so I think I put this bracket on backwards. We're gonna figure this out really quick. So I was wrong. I think the bracket goes the other way because of the direction of the hood strut thingamabobber. Kind of backwards to me, but okay. Nice if they gave me some instructions. Okay, well this isn't really reaching, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go over to that side, do that side really quick, and then we're just gonna try and lower the hood and snap these on and see what happens. Okay, you savages, so don't quote me on this, but I'm kind of retarded.
It's more than for a man to... How did the pig tracks get on the ceiling?
Spider pig does whatever a spider pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out, he is a spider pig.
So, kit's now installed, but I'm going to show you why I'm retarded. Hang on. Whew! I love that, the way how they catch and lift. So, I had the brackets all wrong. So, instead of going to this bolt here in the middle of the fender, you're supposed to go to this back bolt on the fender. And gas shocks actually do twist, and you do flat side against the fender. Like, you see how that one's fitting there? So, yeah. That's the way how you do those brackets. But now we know. No instructions, 10 mil and 8 middle. And I literally did this by myself. If I would have done it right the first time, I would have had this done in like 15 minutes. It really was not hard to do, and it just makes a huge difference on these cards. It's not a right now kind of thing that I needed to do, but I'm just trying to come up with some content and just trying to get some motivation to get working on this thing. I think next we're going to work on stripping the engine bay. I'm going to do that off camera. All like the little plastic tabs and stuff like that, and this broken piece of a battery tray. Start really cleaning this engine bay out, just getting all the little BS stuff out of here that doesn't need to be in here, like crap like that. So we're gonna work on that. I think tomorrow we're gonna pull this fender and get to work on running the cable for the battery box relocate. And yeah, so we're gonna pick this video back up tomorrow, and we'll see you guys soon. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the next day. We're back to get back on the rest of this video. That's gonna be pretty short today because, yeah. So we got Savage. We got a fancy new 5 for it. What? those things that we installed yesterday. Yeah, I really like the way those things catch. They're super nice. So, but we do have the fender off the car, so check this out. And it's a mess. Look at my mess. It's a lovely mess. So anyways, so this is kind of tricky to do because, well, it was actually easy for me with everything being out of the car, and I'm gonna have to kind of do this again. So as you guys can see, I mounted the fuse box up here on this bracket with the horns. That actually worked out pretty good. I've seen some people kind of just bolt them to this inner fender right here, and I don't want to bolt anything to the fender because I'm going to try and shave and smooth that the best I can. The only other way to like fix mount it would be to weld it in. I'm not about that business right now. So as you guys can kind of see how we kind of cleaned a lot of things up. Cruise control has been eliminated. I'm probably just going to rip that whole thing out because it's pretty much impossible to make adaptable with a Coyote motor. But as you can see, everything's just been kind of tucked and moved over. So as far as the rest of this goes, I went ahead and pulled these off yesterday when I pulled the fender off. Just started kind of tinkering with this a little bit. But so this is our power that we are going to need to run our battery cable to with the box. So my plan is kind of maybe run it in here nice and clean and run it in the car or under the car. We'll figure that out when we get there. That'll be for another video. But I at least wanted to get this off to kind of show you guys how I did the wire tuck. I'm probably going to redo it again one more time just because I'm finding more things than I'm eliminating, and just kind of cleaning up the engine bay the best we can. So a couple of things you see here that why we took these off. So this, for example, we don't really need this jump from the battery to this anymore. I'm contemplating if I'm going to do a connector block for this, and then this is our actual battery wire, or a starter wire I should say. This goes underneath the car and we'll wrap around to the starter. That's how it will be started. And then we got some grounds here that I'm working on redoing, as along with this ground right here that's actually a engine ground. I'm probably going to do a new engine ground off the frame to the new motor, so we're probably going to eliminate this as well. And what we're going to do is we're probably going to cut these back, do a fresh eyelet on these, and find somewhere nice underneath to tuck these over here as well. But the reason why I'm thinking about redoing all this again, because it's got to kind of all go back and come back in. I found out that I'm going to be eliminating the ABS module. So when we get to that point, what we are going to do is there's actually a block that goes in place of this, and it's going to eliminate ABS completely. So we're going to be full manual brakes, manual steering. So being as this harness isn't needed here, and the way how this kind of ran originally when I first did it, I'm going to redo this again and run the whole harness around. And to do that, we got to disconnect and pull everything back through on that side. But I just want to kind of update you guys and show you how I did the wire tuck. And I'm still kind of playing around with moving wires and stuff. It wasn't really hard with everything being out of the car. However, when you got a full engine, radiator, and everything in the car, yeah, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. But I'm pretty happy with the way how everything's starting to come along. I'm getting really excited to want to look into doing like a engine bay shave kit and start filling all this in later. I think it's going to really smooth out and clean up this engine bay. But that's not a priority for now, guys. We're going to mainly focus on getting like all the old suspension and stuff out and start focusing on prepping this thing for the Coyote swap. So yeah. Okay guys, so we went ahead and went over how I did the wire tuck with you guys, even though I'm going to kind of redo it a little more, clean it up a little more. When I get the final product, I'll show you guys again before I do put the fender back on. I'm not going to work on it too much today just because I'm kind of short on time. I got some stuff going on and trying to get home and relax before I go back to work tomorrow. So, but gonna show you, gives you guys an idea on what to do. It kind of sucks as far as the fuse box being in the fender, as far as being accessible. If you ever did need to change fuses in the future, in my case, I'm probably gonna have to pull the fender off. May have to redo some things. That's why I'm gonna tweak it a little more. But yeah, so that's that, guys. Other than that, we got the battery box. We're gonna go into a little bit more on this on another video, just because I gotta get a cutoff switch and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that on the car. I'm getting some ideas as far as what I want to do, because I want to keep it clean, I want to keep it hidden, and I think I know what I'm going to do to make that work. In order for the car to go down a track, it's gonna have to be nature illegal, so we're gonna have to do everything right, of course. But with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in, checking out the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. Shoot me some comments, guys. Tell me, guys, what you think about the content. But other than that, stay savages. We'll see you next time.
Peace.